Richard Randall, and welcome back to the Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker, the weekly radio show that informs and educates you on how to buy or to sell real estate. And it does it with Barb Schlinker, the owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Now, Barb, home sellers planning to put their homes on the market often ask how to prepare to do that. You're an expert. What are some of the important tips to drive up the sales price when they sell their Springs area home?
Well, Richard, most people really don't do this very often, so they don't know that the way they present their home to the market is different than the way they would live in it day by day. Like every home, typically when I get over there, a lot of people are apologizing for their stuff on the counters or whatever. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. I'm not taking pictures today. Don't worry, we'll get you ready when it's time for photos. So, but in general, homes that are really, really pretty that already look like a model home, there are a few like that. They typically sell for a premium, but the best case, no matter what, is to price the home what I call realistically versus optimistically. They always sell fast too, regardless of whether or not they're remodeled and look like a model or not. It's always about positioning the home with the price to get the most amount of money. And most home sellers actually assume that their home is going to sell as is, but don't be surprised if they do an inspection and ask for stuff. But there are some small improvements that can really go a long way, or just make your world less stressful if you deal with these up front. Some of the high cost things that you might have to deal with would be a roof. If you have a hail damaged roof, first of all, it's kind of annoying to have roofs put on in your house while you're living there. It's real noisy. But generally, insurance companies are going to cover that. If the furnace needs to be replaced, replace it. If it doesn't, I would have it checked out by a HVAC contractor and see how it is. And if it's functioning fine, just have it cleaned and serviced. Electrical panel. So there are a lot of homes in this market that have that Federal Pacific electrical panel. And pretty much every buyer asks for those to be replaced. So if you know you have one of those panels and you are going to sell, just plan on it happening. You don't necessarily have to do it before we close on the home, but we could get a bid for it and maybe offer the buyer a credit to do it after closing. We just pay the invoice out of the closing and get it taken care of that way. Structural stuff, you would know if you'll have structural problems. You know, the floors are crooked, there are cracks in the walls. But if you just see a little tape crack along drywall, that's not structural. That's just normal movement of houses. So don't worry too much about that. We'll patch that up and move on. And really, most updates for homes are kind of quick and easy and low cost. So we help you pre-plan that whole process. Our team is designed to do that. We have systems in place to do that. We have great vendors that can help you do that. But the number one thing that you want to do initially is something that really doesn't cost very much, which is just decluttering. So how do you know it's cluttered? Well, the best way to tell, and I know I've talked about this a bunch of times, Richard, is take a picture of those key rooms, the kitchen, the living room, the master bathroom, master bedroom, those spaces on balance, and look at that picture blown up on your computer, and it will speak right back to you that, oh my gosh. It's funny how in person the room looks fine, but when you go to market, it just looks too crowded. So we include a consult with our listings to help you tackle that problem, and just do it for sure, one room at a time. I would recommend, if you've got too much stuff and you really want to hold on to it, go ahead and get a storage space. Some people use their own garage. That's fine. We don't take pictures of the inside of garages, so you can use that space. But generally, rooms full of stuff look smaller, and it's harder for the buyers to visualize their furniture in those rooms. Focus on the living rooms, the kitchen, and the master bedroom. Another easy tip is focus on the basics, the cosmetic basics, curb appeal, neutral paint, no drama, stay away from orange, stay away from any kind of red, because in pictures, the color turns to this bright fuchsia color, and it's very distracting to the buyer. You really will get the money out of painting a home neutrally. We had a home on the market recently that had kind of purple red walls and turquoise colored walls. It wasn't selling. As soon as we neutralized the paint, boom, sold for full price. So it really makes a difference. Repair any broken stuff, that broken doorbell, any broken countertops. Kitchens are really, really important. If you have broken flooring, take care of it. Flooring's absolutely huge. Actually, I had a listing over in, it was their family home on Kodiak, and they actually had put Berber carpet over the top of really nice hardwood floors. So the seller was handy. He pulled the carpet, touched it up a little bit, and looked fabulous, and it sold for a premium. So these non-obvious repairs can be really frustrating to deal with that process once you go under contract. Like I mentioned in the last segment, make sure your roof is checked out. You get a free roof certification with us. Have your furnace cleaned and serviced. Have your sewer line checked out. It's really no fun to deal with these issues once you go under contract, because that's when you're focused on moving. It's just another emotional, expensive problem you have to deal with. You're better off doing it up front. And it's okay to fill up storage spaces, garage spaces, the mechanical rooms, say, in your house. We're not going to photograph those. The inside of closets, we don't photograph. Although the master closet, I would make it look neat and tidy. You want to make that look big, and we have tips for that as well. So in the master closet, kind of the rule of thumb is everything off the floor, and just pack away your seasonal clothes. Like half my closet is winter clothes and I'm not wearing right now, and it looks crowded and looks stuffed. So if I were to put the house on the market, I'd move all those pieces out, either box them up, put them in another closet so it looks bigger. All right, here's another low cost item. Those are light fixtures. So the gold finishes, the brassy looking finishes are out of style, but we can give you guidance on kind of what to do on that. Light fixtures are relatively inexpensive. And if you'd like to get access to all of the 27 tips, we are offering a free report called the 27 Valuable Tips to Get Your Home Sold Fast and for Top Dollar. You can go to barbhasthebuyers.com and click on the seller guide and download that report, or give us a call at 719-301-3900. One more tip that's very, very important is a deep cleaning. Okay, so a lot of people are really particular about how clean their homes are. To spend $350 cleaning, you will get a $2,000 return on your investment, because buyers want fresh, clean, move-in ready. And we actually offer this service to our clients. So call us anytime at 719-301-3900 or visit barbhasthebuyers.com. Richard?
You're listening to The Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. And if you're interested in selling your home, you want to give Barb a call at 719-301-3900. And we're talking, Barb, about your 27 tips to drive up the sales price of the Springs area homes. What are some other home repairs that can yield a great return on the investment?
Well, Richard, if you have furniture that you're not going to move into your next destination, we could probably either donate it. We could try to sell it, although it's really hard to get decent money out of used furniture. I don't care how nice it is. Generally, best case, you might get 10 cents on the dollar. There are some consignment stores, but a lot of them are saying no, especially if it's dated looking. So we have 2 moving vans. We can help you repurpose those things, maybe donate them to a worthy cause, whatever it takes to go ahead and get rid of those things that you're really not going to take to your next destination. And the reason you want to do that is homes really photograph a lot better if the room looks very open, light and airy, not empty. You need some pieces in there, but the better, it looks better with furniture, but not a ton of furniture in it. And we actually have 2 moving vans at our company that we let our clients use for free. We call it a courtesy van. We just ask that you put gas in it if you use it. And we have people that are vendors for us that are what we call young backs that can help carry it out of the house if you don't want to lift it. The big moving van has a ramp. Actually, both of them have a ramp, dollies and tie downs within the van, so you can carry stuff out to wherever you need to take it. And the reason why making these home repairs are really, really important is that buyers, you only have less than a minute to make an impression with a buyer, and they're moving on. So curb appeal has to be excellent. It's massively important. That's why we offer to our customers that we will get it photographed while the grass is green, while the flowers are blooming, in order to help you present the home to the market whenever you're ready. It could be next May timeframe. The yards haven't quite greened up yet. In fact, this past May, we had a blizzard on May 27. I could not believe it. But buyers, when they look online, they spend most of their time looking at the outside of the home. So curb appeal is absolutely critical. And these are the things that you have to take care of. Make sure you freshen up the mulch beds, freshen up the flowers, give the bushes a haircut if they need it. Paint the front door. Don't make it look faded. Update the doorbell, especially if it's cracked. If you have cracked cement, so most people's cement is going to crack and shift and all that because it's not really structural. It's flat work, and we have a lot of temperature variations here. So there's a process called mud jacking, where they could come in and actually pump concrete beneath it and patch up the cracks and make it look good and not a trip hazard. So getting curb appeal right could mean the difference between a great sale with top dollar or just an average sale, or even price reduction headaches. I actually had one of the agents on my team tell me that she was working with this buyer and he would not go look at the house because it did not have good curb appeal. Refused to go. Finally, she convinced this buyer to go. And when they went to the home and looked inside, it was fabulous. The curb appeal wasn't that good, but the inside was outstanding. The pictures made the home look bad. So we don't ever want to do that to our clients. We don't want buyers to eliminate homes based on the pictures. We want the pictures to attract all the buyers in the buyer population so we can help our home sellers get the most amount of money. So if you are thinking of making a move, give us a call at 719-301-3900 or go to barbhasthebuyers.com. Richard?
You're listening to The Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. And if you're thinking of making a move, call Barb at 719-301-3900 or visit barbhasthebuyers.com. Or if you want a free report on the 11 high-cost home inspection traps you should know weeks before you list your home for sale, visit barbhasthebuyers.com. Go to the free report section, check on it there. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll be discussing how to get multiple cash offers on your home, plus Barb's hot new listings.